Hey buddy, what's up? Ultramag64 here, and you better stuff that turkey, if you know what I mean. It's time for another channel update. This month's flavor is November. So last month, among the spooks and frights, we had our yearly excursion into the world of the spooky. And yeah, this year was a lot of fun. I actually had a lot of things planned out and everything worked out fairly okay. I mean, we had one day where I kind of didn't know what to do, so I did a random game, but everything worked out fine. Anyway, let's go ahead and run down what we did on the channel this last month. So, for starters, we played Battle Chasers Night War. I actually was lucky enough for THQ to allow me to play it, and it's a lot of fun. It's got its problems. It's a little bit on the old school side, which was the intent, although that can scare off some people with its kind of, you know, read the instruction booklet type mentality for a few things, and some people did complain it was a little bit on the grindy side, though I didn't really mind it. Unfortunately, the Switch version was delayed and has not come out as of this recording, but I've sunk my teeth in a little bit deeper into that game, and I thoroughly enjoy it, especially for the characters. I really do enjoy them, even if they do appear on the flat side. Although, I will say, since it's based on a comic book, I mean, what more can you expect? Because get it? Comics are flat? 2D? Crickets? I hear crickets. And so another thing that we did, speaking of, well, not really crickets, but mechanical crickets, if you want to segue this into something else, yeah, sure. We did, Hob. Now, Hob is a Zelda-like, and I thoroughly enjoy it, especially after Breath of the Wild, which, don't get me wrong, is a fantastic game. I enjoy it very much. Not perfect, mind you, but for the first foray into open-world territory, I think Nintendo did a fantastic job on it. But, don't get me wrong, after playing over 100 hours in Breath of the Wild, I was wanting something a little bit more traditional in the sense of Zelda. And Hob fills that gap expertly. It is a wonderful, wonderful little game, and especially if you're looking for something that's charming and has a lot of old school Zelda feel, then Hob is right up your alley. It's made by the guys that made Torchlight. And so I've been playing that. I'm still currently playing it, and I'm really enjoying it. It's a super fun game. Don't know how much longer we've got in it, but I've really been enjoying it. And speaking of things I've been enjoying, we also started Hive Swap last month. And that game is super fun. It's a point-and-click adventure game, so the episodes are a little bit long in the tooth, about an hour each. But I've been enjoying it. It's an episodic release, and so right now we're in Act 1. I haven't quite finished it yet, although that might change this week. I haven't exactly recorded this week's episode just yet. But I really have been enjoying that game, from the characters to the art design to just how well done the game really is. It is a wonderful, wonderful little game. And in my opinion, Hive Swap is a perfect jumping off point for people wanting to get into the Homestuck series. In fact, it's pretty much made me want to get into it myself. I'm still searching on ways to do that, and perfect ways to absorb everything about Homestuck, to really be able to get all the probably references that are in Hive Swap. Are there references? I have no idea, but if there are, I want to know about them. And so then, things got spooky throughout the month. We did our yearly live screams, as they're called, very punnily. Although someone came up with Boo Tube, and I wish I'd came up with that, because that's really cool. Because it's like Boo Tube. Get it? It's Boo. As in Boo. Also Ghost. You know. But anyway, I wish I'd come up with that. But I came up with Live Screams. The totally original thing that no one's ever come up with before. But I started off with Fallout, because I wanted to do Fallout. And I still want to do more Fallout, because I just can't stop. I think I might have an addiction problem. I need to go get some, what is it? What's the drug called? Addictol? Is that it? I think it's Addictol, where you get unaddicted things. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I need some of that, because I just can't stop. I want more. As we speak right now, I'm contemplating which Fallout game I should play. But we'll also get into that later on as well. But anyway, so we started off with Fallout 4, and we decided to go explore the spookiest places in all of Fallout 4's Boston Wasteland. And that was a lot of fun. I got to enjoy and experience a whole lot of places, and it was a neat little thing. Very loosely based on Halloween, but I thought it was pretty creative for my noodle, and also very fun for me, because, you know, I just can't get enough Fallout. But then, the next week rolled around, and I decided to do something a little bit more spooky. I decided to play the 3rd episode of Bendy and the Ink Machine, and I had no idea this had come out. It completely, for some reason, it was one of the games that I just completely flew over my head. And that's a rare occasion for me, because I loved Bendy and the Ink Machine, so I was keeping an eye on it, but it just flew over my head. Don't know what happened. But yeah, I played that. I'm very interested to see where they go with it. I love the story aspect of it, and I obviously love the aesthetic, because, you know, I'm an old cartoon fanatic, and I love me some old Steamboat Willie cartoons and whatnot, and that's just Bendy the Ink Machine in general. Although I'm not a big fan of the whole, you know, wait around and creature stalking you type gameplay. That's never been my jam. That's one reason why I didn't really get into Outlast and whatnot, was just because I don't really particularly like that style of horror survival type stuff. I much prefer the Resident Evil style, where I actually can, you know, defend myself on occasion. Don't get me wrong, I do enjoy the runny and hidey survival horror every now and then, but it's starting to get stale with, you know, the perpetual releases of Outlast and other games like that, and Resident Evil 7 earlier this year really just got me jazzed for some more Resident Evil, which we'll get to in a sec. And then, on the 3rd week, we did something that, again, was a bit of a spooky leap, but also, it was oddly thematic. We did A Hat in Time. Now, I have been playing A Hat in Time for a bit, not a long time, about said a long time. I bought it, because I was like, I've been waiting for this game for so long, I've been so amped to play it, and I so enjoyed that game. It's such a good little game, especially if you enjoy. Now I know this is probably a controversial thing, especially with the recent releases of Mario Odyssey, but if you really enjoyed games like Super Mario Sunshine, Mario 64, and all that, you are going to love A Hat in Time. The jumping's great, the controls feel just right, everything oozes charm from the characters to the color palette to everything's just amazing and makes me want to die from happy. But I really do enjoy that game. That game is fabulous. But we explored for about 5 hours or so, give or take, because of insanity. But we explored the spooky level of the game, which was, I think, World 4. Still haven't beat that game, but I've been just chipping away at it as I can. Really wish it came to Switch, because that would be the best platform to play it on. Oh my gosh, give it to me now. But I've been playing that, and it has been a blast. I absolutely love Hat in Time, and it was a wonderful, wonderful experience to play with you guys and enjoy it, and get spooked a little bit, not, say, jump scared, but kind of creeped out, and I enjoyed it. It was nice. Nice thematic stuff. But then things got really creepy. We kind of diced things up a bit, and decided to stream during the week. Now, NIS America actually allowed me to play Yomawari, Midnight Shadows, which is the sequel to Yomawari. We played that, I believe, last year on Friday Night Frights. And we decided to do this as a live stream, and it was super duper fun. Super duper scary, but super duper fun. We cut it up into 2 parts where we kind of did half the game on before the launch, which was like the day before it launched, and then the other half a bit after it launched. And that was super duper awesome, and it was really scary. And I really enjoyed the Yomawari series, and I hope we kind of get like a yearly type thing going on with that, because those games are super fun, and I've enjoyed playing them every year. So hopefully we see something more from them, because I love the dev team that makes them, and I enjoy the games. Sometimes they're not always perfect, but I do think they're really, really good games. And then, pretty much the day after we posted the first Yomawari stream, we did The Mummy Demastered. Now, this wasn't so much a horror game as it was kind of a thematic game, because, you know, The Mummy, and, you know, classic monster movie and all that. And I'm not talking about the, like, early 2000 version, I'm talking about, like, the old black and white version, you know? Anyone remember that? Probably not? Okay. Well, anyway, we decided to play that. Now, this was tied into the latest movie, which was, from what I hear, a disaster. But it had nothing pretty much to do besides, you know, a few of the characters and whatnot. You didn't even play as the main character from the movie. You just played as, you know, generic soldier dude. And WayForward actually implemented that fairly well. And yes, I did get this from WayForward, and they were very, very wonderful about allowing me to play it. Now, granted, during the stream, I will admit that I got a little bit, a tad frustrated with a certain boss. And I don't feel like I represented the game in the best of lights. I have since played that game a little bit more and gotten my, you know, meat-fingery bits into it. And I gotta say that I have been finding much more things to enjoy about the game than I previously had. And it's been a really, really fun little game. I do enjoy it. It was a Metroidvania, and it's really cool to see it. And especially because it uses unique mechanics, like, well, not so much unique, but it kind of adds a few things from different Metroidvania titles. For instance, when you die, you're brought back as a zombie, and you have to go kill your former zombie self as a new soldier to get your previous equipment back. And that's a really neat mechanic. I enjoyed that in Hollow Knight, and I enjoy it here as well. But needless to say, it was a very, very fun time, and I really do enjoy that game, and I want to play more of it. So we might do, I don't know, something with it. Maybe you're seeing it now, I'm not sure. And then we kind of did the oddball out, where we did Shin Megami Tensei Synchronicity. Now, this really isn't a Halloween-type game or anything like that. It's a Metroidvania starring Jack Frost and Pyro Jack from the Shin Megami Tensei franchise. In fact, it's a pseudo tie-in game with the future release of the Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey Redux game that's coming out for the 3DS. It's a very short game. We beat it on, well, we almost beat it in about 3 hours, but it was really cute. I thought it was good. I mean, you know, for what it wasn't bad or anything like that. It just, I liked how it used the mechanic of swapping between two characters that have different weaknesses and whatnot. Really, really interesting. I thought they used it very well. But I did enjoy that game. It was super, super duper spoop cool. And then on Halloween Eve, or All Hallows Eve, sure, why not? We did a Legends of Equestria stream, and you guys really, really seemed to enjoy that. You guys, well, and me, had a blast playing that. I'm not so good with MMOs, because, you know me, my social butterflyness is not exactly the strongest, but I really did enjoy playing with Copper Gears and a few of the other fans that joined in. And I hope that in the future, everyone will join in on the fun, and we can all have a big party together in wherever the heck we want to go and do stuff. I know I'm probably not the best person to play an MMO with because of my sporadic squirrel-like nature of, hey, look at that neat thing over there, I'm gonna go over there now. And other things like that, and kind of just going off doing my own thing. I know it's hard to keep up with me in a long of the time, and that just comes from me spending, you know, 26 years of my life playing single-player games and not have to worrying about people, you know, trying to keep up with me and whatnot. And I know that can sometimes be a little bit frustrating, and I am sorry for that. I'm going to try and work on that in the future and whatnot, but I really do enjoy playing with you guys, and hopefully we'll get to do more of those. I'm not sure when we'll do another Legends of Equestria stream, but hopefully you guys can join me in on those, because they're really fun. And then yesterday, we had the return of the My Little Pony game from Gameloft. And yeah, that's been away for a month because I couldn't find my cable, and now that I found my cable, it's coming back because I missed it, oddly enough. Yeah, I know. It's weird for me to say that, but I did miss it. I did, you know, want to play it, and I wanted to get all the movie horses, and that didn't happen, because, yeah. Unfortunately, due to my new job, I don't have as much time as I used to devote to the game, so I don't know how many of the limited edition horses I'm going to be able to get. I'm hoping we have the ability to buy them in some way, shape, or form at some point, and I can just save up my meager gems and just buy them. But we'll see about that. That's just kind of how the dice rolls, right? But anyway, enough about what happened on the channel. Let's talk about what's going to happen on the channel. But first, before we do that, I did want to mention one thing. Recently, I came to change networks, or MCNs, if you will, if you know what YouTube lingo means. Basically, I am now with Screenwave Media instead of the Gaming Network, or TGN, slash Broadband TV Entertainment. Basically, I decided to switch over to Screenwave Media, and I am now a managed partner, which basically means I have copyright protection now. So, if in the future we have people stealing my videos and whatnot, like we did in the past, I can now actually do something about that now. And they've said that they're willing to help me and get that all squared away if that ever happens again. Which is nice, because I really didn't know what to do at that point. I believe it was last year when people started trying to steal and re-upload my videos and whatnot. So I'm glad that I've got protection now from that. YouTube might still be going downhill slowly with the adpocalypse and also advertiser-friendly stuff just going all crazy and whatnot. But I'm still hanging in there. Barely. But I'm still here, so that's something, right? Anyway, I just wanted to keep you guys informed on that, just so that way you guys know what's going on my channel, because as much as I am, kind of the figurehead, I guess, of this channel, it's you guys that are the lifeblood and the organs and whatnot that keep this channel running. And you guys have every right to know pretty much all I can tell you about the channel as it comes up. So, yeah, that's why I make these videos, so that way you guys can stay informed. But enough about all that hoopla. Let's talk about things that are coming out this coming month and what hopefully I'll get to feature on the channel. So the first thing that comes out on November 3rd, and keep in mind these are tentative release dates, some of them, and they may or may not change, and also I may or may not be missing a title or two that you think I should play. Well, if that's the case, let me know in the comments down below. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started with November 3rd. We have Steven Universe, Save the Light. Now, this is a sequel to Steven Universe, I think, Protect the Light. It was a mobile RPG game, a la Super Paper Mario, well, not Super Paper Mario, but Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door and Paper Mario and all that. And it was really well received. I haven't really looked into the Save the Light RPG, but it's the first venture onto console for the Steven Universe games. Or, well, the Steven Universe RPG games, I guess. And I know Cartoon Network probably makes, like, a bunch of Steven Universe things or cameos or whatever, but this is the first time he's gotten his own standalone game on the consoles, and I plan to play it, hopefully, depending on price. I'm not really sure how much this is. Probably like 20 bucks, if I had to guess. But I love the art style of this. It's very cute, very cuddly, and I really do want to play it because it looks really fun, and I do enjoy Steven Universe. And then, on November 7th, and get ready for this, kids, because November 7th is packed jam full. I'm pretty sure just everything wanted to release on November 7th this year. Don't know why, but why not? So, for starters, we have the launch of the Xbox One X. And yes, I plan to get that console, and yes, I plan to unbox it and also set it up and kind of fiddle with it, because I've got a new 4K TV and I want to because I can. But basically what the Xbox One X is, it is a 4K capable, not like the Xbox One S, it is the next kind of, well, I wouldn't say next gen of Xbox, although some people may make you try and think that. It is basically kind of a beefy beefcake of an Xbox. It has the most powerful gobbledygook in it and whatnot, and spec sheet wise, it is a very impressive feat. It even is vapor cooled, which is a first for pretty much any console. Now, in real world terms, I really would like to test and see how this thing holds up and how smooth it is, because unfortunately my Xbox, which is the original launch Xbox, is kind of getting sluggish when it comes to going around the interface. And that's just me personally, it probably isn't happening to you, but I've just found that moving around the interface can be a bit laggy and whatnot. Games run pretty alright, but I just want to kind of experience the wonder that is 4K gaming. And yes, I know I can build a PC that can do that too, but I don't really care. I just want to play with my new Xbox Horrific, and yeah, that's what I want to do. So yeah, I'm getting the Project Scorpio edition, so yeah, it's gonna look all snazzy and whatever. And yeah, I'm just gonna see how that is. Now, speaking of the Xbox One X, a lot of games are getting updated and becoming compatible with the 4K console that could. And Fallout 3 is one of them, and also Fallout 4, but Fallout 3 is more interesting to me. So basically what they're doing with Fallout 3 is they're kind of going to touch it up a bit. Now, I don't think they're going to do any retexturing or anything. This isn't like an HD remake, although, good heavens, Bethesda, please give me that. Although I know you keep releasing Skyrim, so eventually we'll probably loop back around to Fallout 3 in New Vegas at some point. But anyway, basically what they're going to do with this thing is they're going to make it run a little bit better and also look slightly better. And I had a spec sheet of what they did, but I don't quite remember where I found it, so I kind of can't look it up at this point. But it did definitely pique my interest, and I really do want to see what they do with it. So I'll be trying to perhaps compare and contrast the different versions with my original Xbox coming in and my Xbox One X side by side. We'll see if I can spot any differences right off the bat. Spoiler alert, probably not, but I'm still going to be hopeful. And then on the same day we have Super Lucky's Tale, and this game looks pretty cute and cuddly. It's a 3D platformer from what it appears, and unfortunately I don't know a whole lot about this game, to be honest, and there's not a whole lot of information I can dig up on it. Apparently it's a sequel to Lucky's Tale, which was a VR launch title, but for some odd reason, I can't really see any difference between the two, so I'm starting to think this is kind of a port of the VR title. I might be wrong on that, but it definitely looks like it, and I don't mind it because it looks adorable and it's in 4K, and I don't mind playing it. It's about $30, so not too steep of a price to give at least a go. But hopefully it keeps my interest. It looks cute enough. I like the foxes, and this main character's a fox, which is why I wanted to play it. Yes, I know I'm that awful. Put a fox in front of a thing, and I'll at least look at it. And then on November 7th, it's almost like everything decided to release today, didn't it? I wouldn't know anything about that. We have Sonic Forces. Now, honestly, after Sonic Mania came out earlier this year, I'm not really looking that forward to Sonic Forces. I'm hoping that it surprises me with how good it is, but I'm not hopeful because I played the Japanese demo and good gravy. Like, can we just talk about that for a minute? Oh wait, that's how long the demo is! Literally, the demo consists of 3 stages, and you have a minute time limit on each stage. Yeah, let that sink in for a minute. Oh wait, you already finished the game? I'm sorry. So, yeah, that didn't exactly inspire confidence when I played it, and it really didn't shine the best of light on Sonic Forces. Unfortunately, I haven't seen any reviews pop up just yet, but I don't know. I'm kind of wary on this whole thing, to be honest. It's about, $30-40, give or take, so we'll see. It's not going to break the bank, but considering there are probably other games I could devote my time to, I don't know. And don't get me wrong, I am a Sonic fan, and I have pre-ordered this darn thing, although, depending on how good it is, I might end up having to ship it back. Please, please don't be another Sonic and the Secret Ring. And then, on the same very day, we have Hand of Fate 2. Now, I really enjoyed the original Hand of Fate. It's a deck-building card game mixed with a traditional dungeon-crawling RPG type thing with a very witty and very fun storyteller to boot and to kind of narrate things. And it really brings me back to, you know, tabletop and whatnot. Now, granted, I am awful at deck-building games. I suck at doing deck building. I'm not the smartest, and also I'm not good at deck building. Just gonna be honest. But I do enjoy a good RPG, and especially one that's narrated so well. And Hand of Fate 1, at least, was really good. The combat was simple, a la Arkham or, you know, your other combo-based kind of hit, counterattack, dodge type games and whatnot. But it did hold my interest and was really, really fun. Plus, it also made things easier for me because it just gave me a recommended deck and I was like, awesome, let's go with that. So I'm hoping that Hand of Fate 2 delivers even more of that. And supposedly it's going to, but we'll just have to wait and see. And then on November 14th, now keep in mind this one might be one of those tentative release dates because I'm also getting conflicting reports that it's coming out on the 7th, but I'm still not finding any listings on that. But we have LA Noire, and basically this is going to be LA Noire 4K, because it's coming out for the Xbox One X, PS4 Pro, and Switch. And I know Switch isn't 4K compatible, but whatever. So this one I'm kind of torn on because I really want to enjoy I really want to enjoy LA Noire. I love a good detective story. I love the setting it's in because I'm a big 1930s, 1940s type crime detective guy. I love those darn things. But it's kind of one of those games that I've heard you're only going to want to play once. Now, I'm not sure how true to life that is. But if that's the case, I'm not really sure I want to spend $40 on something that I'm only going to play once. Then again, I also played, you know, Uncharted and all that, so my mileage might vary. Maybe I'll wait for it to go on sale or something like that. But then again, there's also the fact that Bethesda's releasing, like, everything within the next few weeks and whatnot. Oh man, and Doom's coming out this month, too. When is Doom coming out? Is it on the 7th again? Oh my gosh. Doom for Switch is also coming out this month. I forgot about that one. See, look at this. There's just so many things that are coming out on the 7th. I forgot about Doom. I played Doom previously on the Xbox One, but I might double dip on the Switch just because I really want Doom on the go. But then there's also Skyrim on the go, and I'm like, I don't really need Skyrim on the go. I got my fill of Skyrim on the PS3, but also it was the PS3 and it was awful. So I kind of want to play it again. But, like, it's just so darn expensive. It's like $60 for this darn thing, and I don't even... And, like, the worst part is they haven't even said if it's got all the DLC on it yet. I'm hoping for that price, but I have no idea. There's just too many games, guys. There's just too many games. But anyway, speaking of too many games, we have Tokyo Tattoo Girls on November 14th, and I know what you're thinking. This is probably one of those Senran Kagura spin-offs, isn't it, Magnus? Well, I mean, you're not wrong, but also you're wrong. So Tokyo Tattoo Girls, from what I understand, and granted, this is another one of those games that I'm having a hard time finding any info on, but I have really been looking forward to this game because it seems to be a strategy game mixed with a tattoo artist game? I don't really know. It appears that from what you can do, you pick one of the 4 maidens of your choice. They have different personalities and whatnot, and you probably learn and grow with them and become besties or whatever you want to be with these ladies of traditional kimono attire. And then you tattoo their backs with actual traditional Japanese tattoos, and it looks really, really kind of cool. Little lewd, mind you, but, I mean... I don't mind a little TNA every now and then. But anyway, it's a very interesting looking game. Not sure how well I'll fare at it because you know me and my tactics. I'm the best tactician you'll never want to have. But I'm really interested in it, and hopefully I'll get to play it and see what exactly it's all about later this month. And speaking of later this month, on November 28th we have Black Mirror. No, not the Netflix TV show. It's a game, and it's made by THQ Nordic, and it looks like an adventure game, and I'm very, very interested in it. It appears to have some sort of horror elements to it. It's set in Scotland, and that's one of my favorite places to be. So I'm very, very interested in it, and I really want to play it and see what it is exactly. And it is an adventure game, and I do enjoy those. Hello, Life is Strange. I still need to play the second one of you. So yeah, I'm probably going to check this out. Hopefully it gives me a good chill up my spine. And then on the 28th of November, we have Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2. Now, this is a Switch port, and I really kind of want this game. Like I said earlier, I did enjoy Resident Evil 7, and I'm really kind of interested. I skipped out on Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2. I played the demo on the 3DS for Revelations 1, and I think I have like the first half of Resident Evil Revelations 2, but I never really sunk my teeth into them. And hopefully this changes with the Switch release. It's basically Resident Evil on the go, so I mean, hey, why not? I want more things on the go. What can I say? I'm a very busy boy, and I have very busy needs. And so it's just a really fun idea to just take things to work and whatnot, so that way I can play video games and not work, because I'm horrible. What was I talking about? Anyway, yeah, Resident Evil 7. I want it. Wait, Resident Evil 7. I mean, I do want Resident Evil 7 on the Switch. That'd be pretty awesome. But what I mean is I really want Revelations 1 and 2 on the Switch. So that is about our releases and whatnot for the channel and all the stuff that's going to happen on the channel this month. Pretty much that's it. November seems to be kind of a quieter month. I mean, October kind of was crazy, so yeah, I'm kind of glad for the break, to be honest, and my wallet is exactly pretty happy too. Or at least it'd be happier if I wasn't buying an Xbox One X. But anyway, that's not my problem, that's future me's problem. I hope you guys enjoyed, hope you have a fantastic day, and look forward to the content that's coming out. If you haven't checked me out yet, and you're watching this for the first time, hi, how you doing? Hit that subscribe button. You know you want to, because I told you so just now. And you should totally do it. And also ring-a-ding-ding that bell, because apparently YouTube's doing wacky-tacky crazy things with the subscription box, and you probably won't see my stuff if you don't, so probably want to do that if you like my stuff. But anyway, guys, I'll catch ya on the flip side with more crazy content in the future, and also another channel update next month. Bye-bye!